Hello, witches. Okay, I'm going to make a couple videos today. Um, so, this morning, I had Christians come to I guess what I'll call it is an intervention. I was about to take my kids to school, and one of my husband's Christian friends came to the house and handed me the phone. And he had me talk to this other Christian who, the two of them say they're, evangelists. It's more evangelical. My husband is more on the fundamental side, and these guys are more evangelical, like going around and helping people all over the place type of thing. But my husband's really good friends with one of them. And so apparently it was time for them to intervene. And so he handed me the phone and started to say he wanted to talk to me about how I've abandoned God and Christianity, and he wanted to share the gospel with me. And, I clearly stated to him that me physically being in a particular church, bodily present in a pew, doesn't mean anything as far as whether or not I'm right with God. I shared with them the fact, which apparently nobody that knows my husband knows, even, they had no idea that starting in 2009, that I buried two children, that he and I had two babies that were born and died and buried, and that I have such bad health problems that I was hospitalized for over a week, and nobody in my family and his side of the family, my parents know, but I found out that I have a serious heart condition as well, and that any one of the times that my heart has this problem, it could cause a brain aneurysm, and it could be the end of me. My husband doesn't know this because he never asked how the doctor's appointment go or any of that. But I shared that with these two men, and the fact that I've many times just asked my husband, can't we start from scratch, just getting to know each other? Can't we just get along to get along? And the answer is always the same. It's always throwing a list of things that I do wrong or whatever back at me, and saying that if I want to be loved, I need to get myself into church. I'm not opposed to church at all. I would go to church, but I think that having a godly home or a spiritual home begins in the home. I believe that it begins first with the marriage, with the couple, and it extends out to the children. And once you have that stability, sure, I think you can do anything. I think you can share in any type of spirituality as a family. But I think it all begins with love. And when somebody can say right to your face that they don't love you, I think that's a problem. But it was just, wow, to see that I was able to set these men at ease, that I know Jesus. I did the whole evangelical fundamental thing for, 15 years. I knew all the right Bible verses and all of it. But I've grown spiritually, and I've grown more since stepping back from all that activity. And these men said to me that they clearly see all of the activities that my husband is involved in is a form of running away. Whenever they try to talk to him and they're in my house, they can see that I don't do nothing, that I decorate. I'm even outside now attempting to do little things in the yard. I'm in pain all day, constantly, every day. From the time I wake up till the time I go to sleep, I'm suffering in pain. I have a pretty high tolerance of pain, but there are days when it is debilitating, to the point where I can't function as a normal person. But there's days when I force myself to do things. So I just thought I would share with you guys that I've been intervened upon, or whatever you want to call it. It's funny the way they spring down upon you. But when I was involved in the church, I had a very hard time in saying no. I was running all kinds of things. I was in charge of the nursery. This is somebody with a horrible back who's not even supposed to pick something up that's 5 pounds. And I was in charge of all these kids, changing their diapers, picking them up, and all kinds of, stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, but I couldn't say no. Not to mention cooking 6 turkeys at Thanksgiving and the whole 9 yards. I ended up, it started with Thanksgiving, and then it turned into all kinds of events, and coffee table ended up my responsibility. And this is not just Sunday, this is almost every day of the week, something. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Saturday morning, and all day in the afternoon, visiting and all of that. And then Sunday all day and all night, 2 services. And it's not even worth it to go home in between, because by the time you're done with all the teaching and preaching and all of that in the morning, you have like an hour off if you're lucky, and then back again. And you don't have that hour off if you're one of the people involved in the singing and all of that. Yeah, it's something to think about right now for me. But I don't think that going back to church is the answer for my getting deeper spiritually or fixing myself. I think I've grown more in the last 6 months than I have in a long time. And I think that has a lot to do with YouTube, because stepping out of my comfort zone has been very therapeutic for me. I tend to be a very shy person, a very complacent person, somewhat naive, people might say. But stepping out of my comfort zone to admit my weaknesses, my problems, my flaws, and share in my daily spirituality and what I believe is a big deal. It's very much out of my comfort zone, and it's been so healing to realize that other people get it. They understand what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and they're seeing a change in me. It's huge. Just hearing that. I mean, years of paying $20 copay each and every week to see a therapist who's falling asleep while I'm talking is not therapeutic. I would leave there thinking, like, really? My life is so boring and so awful that my therapist can't even stay awake while I'm talking? Really? But here I am. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and you guys write the most wonderful comments, the most supportive things. I've developed all these friendships, and that's been hugely therapeutic. And with that kind of encouragement, I think I can accomplish more than I thought I could. So thank you, all of you. And man, did I need an intervention? Really? Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye.